Bad position right there.
Lesnar trying to get the
The
F5.
WWE Universe is in absolute disbelief. In one of the most shocking alliances in recent memory, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, the one-man wrecking machine who built his career on destruction, has officially joined Seth Rollins and his Vision faction. For years, Lesnar stood alone, answering to no one, relying only on his brute strength and dominance. But now the unthinkable has happened, and WWE will never be the same again. A shocking twist no one saw coming. It all unfolded on Monday Night Raw in dramatic fashion. Seth Rollins, the self-proclaimed visionary, had been teasing a major announcement for weeks. Fans speculated it might be a new recruit, but no one, absolutely no one, expected Brock Lesnar to walk down that ramp. As Rollins stood in the ring, microphone in hand, surrounded by his loyal faction members, the arena lights dimmed. The familiar sound of Lesnar's entrance theme hit, and the crowd erupted into chaos. Some cheered, others booed, but everyone was stunned. What was Lesnar doing here? Why would the most independent man in WWE history associate himself with Rollins, a man known for manipulation and mind games? Lesnar stormed into the ring, stared Rollins dead in the eye, and extended his hand. Rollins smirked, shook it, and just like that, history was made. The Beast had found a new pack, from enemies to allies. To truly grasp the magnitude of this alliance, you have to remember the history between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. These two have faced each other multiple times over the years, in some of the most intense matches of the modern era. At WrestleMania 35, Rollins stunned the world by defeating Lesnar in under 5 minutes to become the Universal Champion. It was a victory that defined Rollins' career and a loss that scarred Lesnar's pride. Their rivalry was brutal, personal, and unforgettable. So how did it evolve into respect, and now partnership? Insiders suggest that Rollins has been working behind the scenes for months to convince Lesnar that together they could control WWE's landscape. Rollins reportedly promised Lesnar freedom without chaos, a chance to unleash his power strategically instead of randomly. And for the first time in years, Lesnar saw a purpose greater than destruction itself. The Vision faction's rise to power. Seth Rollins' Vision faction began as a small collective with one mission: to restore order and create a new era of excellence in WWE. Rollins styled himself as a messiah-like leader, preaching about discipline, loyalty, and evolution. Over time, wrestlers who felt overlooked or mistreated by management began to rally around him. Names like Damian Priest, J.D. McDonough, and even Dominic Mysterio were rumored to have shared talks with Rollins about joining the movement. Though not all became official members, the Vision's influence began spreading backstage. Rollins' mix of charisma and cunning leadership turned the faction into one of the most powerful forces in WWE, and now with Brock Lesnar, a man who has conquered everything from WWE to UFC, the Vision faction's dominance feels inevitable. Why Brock Lesnar joined the Vision? For most of his career, Lesnar operated as a force of nature, appearing, destroying, and disappearing at will. But recent years have seen a more reflective side of the Beast. Without Paul Heyman's constant guidance and after several high-profile losses, Lesnar found himself wandering without direction. Seth Rollins, ever the strategist, saw an opportunity. He approached Lesnar not as a follower but as an equal, someone whose brute force could complement his tactical genius. Reports suggest Rollins told Lesnar, "Even beasts need vision." That line, according to WWE insiders, was what convinced Lesnar to finally listen. In Rollins, Lesnar saw something familiar: hunger, ambition, and a refusal to bow to authority. Together, they could control championships, dictate rivalries, and redefine the balance of power in WWE. The locker room reacts backstage. The reaction was immediate and divided. Some superstars reportedly welcomed Lesnar's arrival, believing it would bring legitimacy and fear to the faction. Others, however, were furious. Roman Reigns, the undisputed WWE champion and longtime rival of both men, is said to be closely monitoring the situation. Reigns and Lesnar have waged wars for years, and now that Lesnar has backing in the form of Rollins' group, the tribal chief may finally be facing a force even he can't control. Cody Rhodes, another major name in the locker room, expressed concern in a post-show interview. Brock Lesnar doesn't join, he conquers. If he's part of the Vision, that means they're planning something big, something dangerous. A dangerous future ahead. With Lesnar on board, the Vision faction instantly becomes the most dangerous alliance in WWE today. Rollins brings intellect, leadership, and manipulation. Lesnar brings brute strength, intimidation, and chaos. Together, they form a perfect storm, a combination of brains and brawn unlike anything the company has ever seen. Fans are already speculating about what this partnership could mean for upcoming pay-per-views. Could we see Rollins and Lesnar co-headline Survivor Series? Will they target the World Heavyweight Championship or go after the Bloodline? The possibilities are endless and terrifying for anyone standing in their way. What this means for Seth Rollins' legacy. For Rollins, this alliance could mark the defining chapter of his career. He has reinvented himself countless times, from the architect to the messiah to the visionary, but leading a faction with Brock Lesnar as his enforcer could elevate him to godlike status in WWE lore. It also proves that Rollins' charisma isn't just talk. He convinced the most uncontrollable man in wrestling history to buy into his philosophy. That's not manipulation, that's mastery. Brock Lesnar's new era begins. For Brock Lesnar, joining the Vision faction represents something deeper, a shift from chaos to control. He's no longer just the beast unleashed, he's the beast with direction, and that makes him even more dangerous. This is a new chapter in his storied career, one where he's not fighting for titles or revenge, but for dominance under a banner of purpose. And if history has shown us anything, it's that when Lesnar has focus, destruction follows. Final thoughts. WWE's balance of power has shifted. The WWE landscape has changed overnight. With Brock Lesnar standing alongside Seth Rollins, no superstar, champion, or faction is safe. This partnership is both unexpected and brilliant, a mix of raw aggression and strategic brilliance that could redefine an entire era. Whether it's chaos, domination, or complete reinvention, one thing is certain: the vision has never been clearer, and the beast has never been more dangerous.